Hi, this is Dana, and I will be talking today about empaths as targeted individuals. I was planning to make a different video, however, God emphasized that this is important to focus on empaths and create more videos about different issues related to empaths. So, today I will be talking about empaths as targeted individuals. This is following up after the previous video talking about empaths as oneness, their path to oneness, which, to briefly review, is integrating the empath with the warrior, um, the healing with the spiritual fighting, the feminine energy with the masculine energy. That was in the previous video. Now we'll be talking about empaths as targeted individuals briefly. Um, Please excuse the noises. They're my neighbors, whom I've been explaining about them previously. So, empaths as targeted individuals. Well, when you have to we have to start from the same perception about what an empath means and what an empath means for you as individual, but most importantly for those who are attacking you. Yeah. So when you choose to label yourself as an empath, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, okay? Because we're talking about an energy and about how you view yourself. Um, Basically, you identify yourself with the feminine energy, okay? So I didn't say this in previous videos. I'm emphasizing now. Um, it doesn't really matter if you're a man or a woman. You can identify with a empath outlook either way, as a man or as a woman. Yeah. Well, one added value, of course, is that you have a higher energy awareness. Okay, everyone knows you're more compassionate. You have more of a positive energy. Hence, essentially, being more of a pure energy, you identify yourself as a healer. Again, this doesn't mean that you should be healer for others, for everyone. It just means that you, on your spiritual path in previous lifetimes and in current lifetime, kept more of a straight path. You didn't do harm on others. You didn't create darkness by yourself. Even if others put that darkness on you, you didn't create it yourself. So you have a closer relationship with the divine realm. Your energy is more pure. That's all. It doesn't mean that your destiny is to keep healing others, because this is just vampirism being encouraged, essentially. Um, so, as an empath, you have a higher energy awareness. The minuses attached to it is that you don't have strong boundaries. People take advantage of you. You don't stand up for yourself, not enough. You might do some of this, but not enough. You're being taken for granted. And unfortunately, once you start a pattern on this um, type of behavior, um, at some point in your life, this can become reoccurring patterns, and you won't be dealing anymore with individual attacks, with sporadic attacks from time to time. Those who feed on you will create attachments. It's like an addiction, because those people have too much darkness. They're not willing to fight with their darkness, to clean it, to heal it, and it's much easier for them. This is something in their path that they learned to do. It's much easier to feed on your light. And if you allow it, and you keep cleaning your energy, and you keep your energy pure and so on, it becomes an addiction for them. So they become addicted to you. We will later on talk about this, and I will explain that essentially it's not the individual that is attached to you, but it's the darkness they hold inside of them that is attached to you. And to be more explicit, for example, a human who is doing harm on others will have an entity addiction, a demon, an entity of any type, a spirit, something, and it is that spirit and that demon that feeds on you. You have to have a deeper understanding of these things, because this is going to help you change your perspective on what you're doing. You're not feeding a human with your energy, you're feeding the darkness within him, which is a demon. So you're not helping that individual. You have to understand this, because it's exactly like you would be treating an addict. You don't give more drugs to a drug addict. You just cut it off and you take him to rehab, because he needs to learn how to fight it. That's the only way to health uh, for that individual. Okay, so the idea that you're gonna rescue another individual, you're gonna help them with your energy by healing them, by giving them love and light and so on. No, that's wrong. That is wrong. You don't need to be doing that, not with your energy. You can ask God to send energy to that individual, but not with your energy, because attachment is being created. You're creating and reinforcing an addiction into that person, and you're not helping them. It's like you give drug to addicts, essentially. So you have to understand that. Well, another plus for being an empath is that you do self-healing, so you can heal everything that is being sent to you. You don't depend on others to heal you. You have closer ties with the divine realm. That means that you get healing from divine realm through divine grace, because of your good deeds, because you're not creating darkness. But again, it all depends how you work with that, because you can uh, create a vicious circle where you keep getting divine grace from God for your good deeds. You keep getting good energy, you keep cleaning your energy, and then still reinforcing this dependency on you of people who harbor darkness within them, and then they keep feeding on you. So it's basically it's self-sabotaging, and also sabotaging the other one's healing. It's a sick pattern that you need to step out of, and you will do that by stepping into your masculinity, into your masculine energy, and learning to um, transmute all emotions, do not give compassion, but through a deeper understanding that the only good you can do for that person is to cut them off completely emotionally. From you don't give undeserved forgiveness, you don't find excuses for them, you just claim justice and judgment from God. So cords will be cut, and you do spiritual fighting with the darkness that they're be sending to you. Okay, now, about targeted individuals. So empaths are more likely to be targeted individuals for these reasons. This is why I went through the pluses and minuses of being an empath. Um, so they are more likely for different reasons. Um, as targeted individual, essentially you are an individual who didn't fall for mind programming. So they didn't get to control you, to make you do things that they want you to do. They didn't make you create darkness, okay? Or at least not to the extent desired by them. I mean, we have to all understand that absolutely every individual has been more or less programmed. But it's one thing that they, for example, programmed you with wrong perceptions over certain situations, life expectations, and so on. That's not harmful to anyone, but only to yourself. Or if they program you with different traumas, different insecurities, that's a different story, different self-sabotaging things. That's also a programming that we have to overcome. But you're not doing harm on others. They didn't get to own you. Okay, so that's a huge difference. All of us, I'm not pointing fingers, all of us have been programmed more or less in this lifetime. That's the 3D. This is how you go through life. But it depends to what extent you preserve your core values, your inner values. And this is what makes the difference between those who keep light pure, their light pure, and do good. Okay, so the empath targeted individual is someone who has very important divine rights and purpose, which they usually fear. And this goes hand in hand with the energy level, because always when you have pure light, you have done good deeds, you will have more rights than they have, more divine rights. Divine rights means um, it comes down basically to material goods. It comes down to rights for marriage, rights for money, rights for promotion, for status, for power, for so on. And they know all of this information which has been concealed for us. They know some of the rights and purpose that you have, and they might fear because you might be someone whose purpose is to expose them. So then they fear you. You might not even know it, but they know it. And so they start early on to attack you, and they make you a targeted individual, meaning they keep attacking you constantly, systematically. Yeah. Again, the empath as targeted individual is somebody who has energy which they desire. Okay, this I already explained, and I explained also the process in which they essentially become addicted to your energy. Um, and for this reason, they will decide to constantly feed on you. So even if they don't get to own you, they will feed on you constantly. They do these attacks through gang stalking, where gang stalking is mostly, essentially, more people coming together to systematically, in organized way, coordinating their attacks, launch constantly attacks at you. uh, they do this as a group. So essentially, they establish an hour and the type of attack, and they all of them do the same thing at the same time to you, projecting at you the same type of attack, because none of them actually is able to reach you on their own. You know, so for this reason, gang stalking has been invented, which are essentially mercenaries working for higher ups who decided that you are a targeted individual. So it's a mafia system, mafia type organization, and these gang stalking groups um, work for money. They earn money, they earn benefits in exchange for the type of attacks they do on you. They actually sell access at you. So they will put strings on you, and they will transfer your energy to somebody who has been paying for this to happen. Um, and I'll give just a few examples. There are politicians who do this, politicians who have no rights to have leadership role. Essentially, this is how they take pure energy, and the pure energy is needed for them in order to have charisma, to have popularity, to be elected in positions which normally they don't deserve. And all in all together, they use your energy to sort of project an image at people that will make those people vote you. It's sort of like a hypnotic type of energy, but we'll discuss those type of attacks later on. The point is they use your energy to get into office, okay, and to feed constantly on you. The gang stalking is done also through technology, which is being used to amplify the attacks at you. And you can Google psychotronic weapons. You will understand then how it works. Just Google it and you will see what I'm talking about. They will seek always to be in your physical proximity, near your home, near your office, near wherever you go. They will seek to be in close proximity at you to attack you. Again, for the same reason, because they don't really have power to attack you. This is not a fair game. That's what I mean. This is not a fair game. This is something illegal in all type of ways. When it's being exposed, they should be going to jail and be punished, because it's illegal in all ways. This is essentially a system of torture which is imposed on you on astral field, on energetic field. And this is a systematic type of attack which is protracted. It extends for long periods of time, and there are multiple people used in this. So if they still don't succeed to bring you down, even through this, and to own you, to force you to do whatever they want you to do, their goal will be to continue to torture you constantly, because this lowers your vibration, and you won't be able to achieve as many things, and also to block your path, to make sure that you never step into your masculinity to actually fight them back. You never step into your purpose to actually achieve what you were supposed to be achieving when you incarnated into this lifetime. Now, another thing that I want to point out, as an argument for you to understand that you really have to step into your masculinity and fight back, is that they use your energy to harm others. They don't have the energy to harm others by themselves, to persuade others to do good, to create attacks at them, but they use your energy to do that. So you will become guilty of their actions through your energy. And another argument is that you will not be able to uphold the situation for long. I mean, I'm advocating for standing up for yourself and fighting for integrating masculine and feminine energy into oneness, and start fighting for yourself and so on. But um, people can choose not to. However, if they choose not to, what everybody should know is that constant energy upgrades are coming. This is an ascension path. This is a lifetime when God decided this is going to end. This is why we incarnated. This is our purpose. We came here to fight this, to break bondages, to expose, and to claim judgment and punishment on them, and justice for us and those who have been harmed. Now, energy upgrades will be constantly coming. Your awareness will increase, and the type of darkness attack they make at you will become more and more obvious, more and more painful. You won't be able to keep going like this. It will essentially become unbearable. So essentially, you will be forced to step into your masculinity if you don't choose to do so. I will stop here in talking about targeted individuals and gang stalking. I will try to put links into the description box about from other individuals who have been whistleblowers just like me, and they approach this topic from different perspectives. Some of them are more in tune with technological part of it, and they will give you more technical explanations. Each of us can contribute to this body of knowledge. Each of us has different type of attacks and countering, and I saw this, that the type of attacks I have encountered, I didn't find anywhere literature to read about it. And this is why God also guided me to share my knowledge with others, because it will help others. The same way as you, every one of you that will step into masculinity and fight will identify new ways, and will see different type of attacks, and will give different type of recommendations, just like I am doing. So I will close this now, and I will come back later with another video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, so we can make sure that we spread more divine knowledge from my personal experience with spiritual fighting, with spiritual warfare, that will help people to stand up, to make a decision, or at least to think from a different perspective, which also is a plus in this, because even if you don't step up uh, uh, after my videos and you don't start fighting immediately, at least I hope you will start seeing patterns in your life. You will start analyzing things from a different perspective, and then you just need to claim justice, and God will come and will reveal what you need to know about it.